Hi, and welcome back to Purple Collar Life. In today's video, we're taking the new Toro TIMECUTTER to mow that cemetery that we take care of. You can see I've got the truck running in the background. It is a hot one. I've got the air conditioning on high on there so that until I get to the cemetery, I'll stay a little bit cool. Once I get there though, it's gonna be a hot day of mowing today. In a future video, a lot of you have been asking about the truck transmission. I do have an update for you there. We'll talk about that in an upcoming video. We'll also talk about the cam and lifter failure issues that are happening on some of these Godzillas. It's another hot topic that a lot of people ask about. But for now, gotta get the trailer and the zero-turn mower up to the cemetery. I talked in a previous video about how often I have to leave the truck idling. On a hot day like today, today's one of those days I've got Olive with me in the truck, so the truck's got to be running with the air conditioning on, way too hot. Cemetery's pretty high, definitely needs mowed. I hate to mow it on hot days like today because it's hotter on me and because it's not great for the grass to be mowed when it's so hot in a heat wave like we're having right now, but that's really high and I can't leave it like that. It just looks bad. With the 54-inch deck, there's quite a bit more room on both sides of the zero turn to get it into our 6-foot wide trailer. I do still have to tie the chute up to get in and out of the trailer, but there's more clearance. It's not as sketchy loading and unloading the zero turn into this trailer. If this is your first video with us and you're wondering compared to what, I'm talking about the comparison between our new Toro TIMECUTTER and the old Toro TIMECUTTER. I did a video about that. I'll put a link up above. That other Toro TIMECUTTER that we've used for 5 summers now has a 60-inch deck, and it's just that much wider, really hard to get through the door of our 6-foot wide enclosed trailer. I mentioned the size of the deck being 54 inches being easier to get in and out of the trailer. The downside, and I mentioned this in that other video that I'll link to, 54-inch deck doesn't stick as far beyond the tire, which makes it harder for me to get close to these stones. With the 60-inch deck, I can put the deck almost right up against that, still make the turn. I was worried the tire would hit there on this one, so I stayed a little bit further away. So it's just gonna be a little bit of a learning curve mowing the cemetery that we mow with the new Toro TIMECUTTER with the MyRide. The MyRide is really nice and smooth ride over this rough terrain. I'm noticing that I'm not spinning as much with these Voodoo tires as I do with the other TIMECUTTER with the turf tires. So we just got a little bit done. We've got a lot left to do. I'll bring you along with me so you can see what it's like to be on the Toro TIMECUTTER while mowing. You can see how high that grass is. Pretty high. Did a quick check on Olive. She's still good here in the truck with the air conditioner going. She says it's comfortable back there. So you last saw me yesterday mowing at the cemetery. I mowed the first little bit during my lunch hour, came home, worked the rest of the day, went up right at the end of the workday at 5. It was about 95 degrees out, super hot, and we mowed the rest of it. Jennifer and Mackenzie did the push mowing, I did the trimming and the rest of the zero-turn mower. So this was the first time mowing the cemetery with two new things, the new Toro TimeCutter and the new Stihl 91R trimmer. The new trimmer worked amazing. It was easy to start, it was easy to use, and going 4 sides of every single stone takes some time. It was nice to weed whack for about an hour and not have your hand vibrating afterwards because of all the nice vibration dampening that's included in that professional grade Stihl trimmer. So thumbs up to the new Stihl FS91R. As far as the new Toro TimeCutter, also a thumbs up. The ride was much smoother. The only things I didn't like about the new Toro TimeCutter compared to our old one, the ride was much smoother, but I missed having that little bit of extra length width on the deck. The 60-inch deck extends out further from the tire, so I can usually get closer to the stones, a little bit more overhang on the edge of the ditch. It made me trim a little bit more using this Toro TimeCutter than the last one, but the smooth ride was a major difference. We've got some upcoming projects here. I got the new deflector chute for on the 60-inch deck of the old Toro TimeCutter. I ordered and received the hour meter that I'm going to put on the new Toro TimeCutter. I'll put a link to that down below. So if you want to order the hour meter for the same Toro TimeCutter, look at the Amazon affiliate link down in the description of this video. And while we're talking about links, I'll tell you 2 other links I'll put down in the bottom of the video. One is our Anderson Rapid Hitch. I use this thing all the time. It's lightweight aluminum hitch in the large receiver on the back of the F350, but it's nice to be able to adjust the height of my ball up and down, because sometimes I'm towing the pontoon boat. The ball has to be a little bit higher. Other times I'm towing the 6x12 enclosed trailer. The ball needs to be lower. I can make that change in about 3 seconds of the ball height between the 2 trailers. So super convenient. I like that the hitch is lightweight because it's aluminum. I've had other hitches for the back of that truck that are super heavy. I like the lightweight of this nice Anderson hitch. So if you're interested in a hitch like this, I'll put the link down below in the description. And then one last thing, you see I've actually got it on the Toro TimeCutter right now because yes, I do need to refill. The new Shore can is my favorite gas can for filling anything. I only put ethanol-free gas in this, so I always know that this can is ethanol-free. I really like the nice twist-down spout because I'm not holding all the weight of the gas can. It's just sitting on top of the TimeCutter right now. So you can put the spout down in the gas fill and then pull the safety, push the trigger, and we're fueling. So I'll leave a link to this down in the description also. It's also easier to fill at the gas station. You're just going to lift this up, put the nozzle in, fill it up, let it close. Really nice gas can. The other new gas cans of today are a pain to use. This one's a lot easier to use. So this is my favorite gas can. If you're interested in this, again, link down in the description. Here at the channel, we really appreciate the support if you use those links because Amazon does give us a little commission for sending you to Amazon to buy these items. So when you're running a small lawn care business, it's not that often that you upgrade equipment unless you have to. The upgrade of the new trimmer was a worthwhile investment because it's much easier to use and it's a heavier grade trimmer. The other trimmer lasted us quite a while and we're still using it as our backup trimmer, but this one makes a big difference. And then also people have wondered about using a Toro TimeCutter for a commercial business. Now granted, they are made for homeowner use, but if you have a small lawn care business like we do, and you don't want to invest $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 into a machine, you might consider the Toro TimeCutter even for your small lawn care business. For us, the old Toro TimeCutter has worked great for 5 summers now, and the new one also works great. So just a thought out there, you don't have to spend crazy money to get into small lawn care business, at least when you're starting out. Those investments set you back before you start making any money, so make wise decisions whenever you're starting a small business. Here's an example of not upgrading. We have had these 2 push mowers for our cemetery mowing for over 5 years now, and they still work great. This is a self-propelled Craftsman, 6.25 horsepower. And that's our Husqvarna 5.5 horsepower, not self-propelled. That one is Mackenzie propelled. So like I said, if you're starting out a small lawn care business, it's okay to start small. We used that residential grade trimmer for about 10 years. We've used now the Toro TimeCutter for the last 5 years, and it's okay to not spend money on the grandstands. While those things are amazing and nice, if you're just getting started, I would say start small and work your way up. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative and entertaining, please give us a big thumbs up. It helps out the channel, it promotes the video to more viewers, and we really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you again the next time.